A UFO hovering over Air Force One at LAX during President Joe Biden's fundraising trip to Los Angeles earlier this week has allegedly been caught on camera.
Howdy, everybody. I am RJ Smith, and this is Crazy News Reacts. Recently in the media, I did a story about a UFO, UAP, flying saucer, whatever you want to call it, hovering over Air Force One when Biden was visiting California. This is released from the government, folks. Try to keep in mind that whenever the president travels, there's always two fighter jets with him, and you can see them here in the video. But you can also see what they've marked as an unknown aerial phenomenon. Take a look. I'll be back.
According to the Daily Mail, eyewitnesses spotted an LAPD helicopter circling the, quote, stationary object.
You can see that tic-tac or saucer, whatever it is, right there with Air Force One. And one of the fighters is not next to Air Force One, making me believe that it is going after this object. Again, this was released by the government, so they're the ones that say, after all, that there are things in our sky that we don't understand.
I can imagine a world where the military is monitoring the skies around the president's Air Force One jet, but I can also imagine a world where extraterrestrial life is interested in figures like the President of the United States. There have been increased UFO sightings around nuclear facilities. So I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence.
But we do have good videos like this unidentified craft that floats stationary near the gold depository, and 3 Air Force fighters that approached the object up to 22,000 feet with 2 pilots turning back. But Captain Thomas Mantell pushed on, and later that day, his aircraft was found crashed, totally demolished, like it was attacked by something.
If you've never seen a flying saucer, you will now. John Blackstone taped it.
One of the stars of this year's Philadelphia Auto Show is not an automobile at all, but a flying saucer. It's one of those American dreams that just won't go away. Behind every garage door, not a car, but a personal flying machine.
If you are on the fence, get off. There is so much evidence out here for us, you guys. I can do a whole episode on evidence if you like. Leave your comments down below, and if I get enough people, I will do an episode on that. But there is a lot of proof nowadays that there are things, we don't know what they are, but they sure as hell are harassing jets, helicopters, anything that goes up there.
If Detroit thinks it has problems with Japanese imports, wait till some of these come on the market.
You'll go straight up to whatever altitude you need to clear obstacles.
In the high-tech corridor of California's Silicon Valley, there are believers.
Now, this is an old test vehicle. Look at it, but it's using fan power. Everybody sees unidentified flying objects who look in the sky. Could it be some of the identifications could lead right back to our own innovation and our flying cars? Now, these are modern cars, and they do fly. Just take a look at them. In many cases, they are light aircraft, meaning you do not need a license for these. I want to put in my order right now. Can you imagine flying this thing around? Here we are in 2024, and we know that companies all over the world are trying to make UAPs. Of course, these are man-made, but if saw from the ground, wouldn't any person think it was a UFO? At first sight, I thought it was a smudge, but you can see how it speeds up here in a moment to the crosshairs, which would be impossible if it was a smudge. It would stay in the same place of the video. But this clearly is moving, and it is getting closer to the crosshairs. At first, it's above, and then it goes beneath the crosshairs. So this is something. They have been verified, also been studied by photo experts, video experts, and they are all claiming that this is a real object. At first, they thought it was a smudge, but smudges don't move around the video. If you take a look at the crosshairs, watch this thing speed up and slow down and move around. So this is something, and the Pentagon is saying they don't know what it is. Was there an unidentified flying object? And you have to believe the video you're seeing. That's it. Just a real quick one for you. When I heard this news about the flying object over Biden's plane, I had to do it. Just had to do it. But Monday, I'll be right back at it. And I got some really crazy stuff next week, guys. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Cheerio.